Welcome back, players and collectors, to The Void, a Nostalgix TCG podcast. We have a really good show for you this week. I know it's, a little late coming out, but it's fine. If you can't tell by the sound of my voice, I am a little under the weather, and this was supposed to go live yesterday, and, things happened, work happened, sickness happened. Medications happened. Dude, I took some cold medicine and it knocked me out. I've never had medication just do that before, but this certainly did. So we're here today. Just me by myself. I was going to have Pro Decimus on again because you guys all loved having him on, but it's just a little hard getting our schedules to line up to record this week, since he works really early in the morning, gets off relatively early in the day, and then I usually work later in the day into the night and don't get off till late. So just wasn't meant to be this week, but we'll shoot again for next week on having Pro Decimus on, and maybe another guest or two. We'll see. But we have some really good stuff lined up for you this week because Harmonic Surge is officially out. We've seen boxes being open, we've seen packs being open, we've seen decks being made, and it is just full send right now with Harmonic Surge, and it is so good to see. I tell you what, with Pokemon, you don't see this type of thing happening where people just go in ham on building decks and all that right away. People find whatever the meta's going to be, and then that's all they go after. With Harmonic Surge and Nostalgix, it's like every card can be a hero. Every card, can't be a hero card, but every card can be part of that deck that's going to bring you the winning formula, So it's really cool to see all that. But with Harmonic Surge officially being put out and released, there have been some advanced ruling updates. So we're going to kind of walk through a little bit of that. I probably won't spend too much time going through all the updates, but I want to show you guys where to go to get it, and kind of what to expect and what is on there. Also, if you're not part of the Nostalgix TCG Discord, you definitely need to join because it is very lively. I mean, this Discord is popping now with people playing and asking questions, but there is a specific section for rules discussion. And there's been a lot of good discussion in there. So make sure if you are playing or if you have interest in playing, you want to know about certain card mechanics, join the Discord because it is a wonderful place for all that, but also just as a community hangout as well. So make sure you do that. But we're going to go through the advanced ruling updates. Community Deck Builder is now live on NGEM. If you guys don't know what NGEM is, it is... I think I said NGEM. It's NGEM, Nostalgix Gem. There you go. It's short, NGEM. But NGEM is the online platform where you register and you can sign up for tournament and stuff like that. It's the we'll call it like the tournament hosting site for Nostalgix. But unlike what Pokemon and Magic have and Yu-Gi-Oh and all that, we're building. I say we, but it's not me. I haven't done anything for it except for look at it. Nostalgix is making it more community driven to get people on there and active. So there is a community deck building guide thing up on there where you can actually build decks, slap them up there for everybody to see. If you're new to the game or if you're struggling to build your own decks, this is a perfect place to go look and see what kind of decks people are making and see what kind of decks you could possibly make and even try a couple of them out. So the last big topic we're going to be talking about today is the secret rare card has been revealed from Harmonic Surge, and it is a big one. So definitely stay tuned to the very end to find out about that. And then, of course, we're going to have the card pick of the week, where Pro Decimus actually picked the card pick for this week. So I'm going to reveal the card he chose this week, and then I will give you hints at the next card pick of the week, and then do our pack. So let's dive on into it. Let me get my there we go. I got to get all my stuff situated. So we are going to be taking a look at some advanced rulings first, and with the new set, there's been a lot of new mechanics involved, which is part of the reason why Harmonic Surge is so good. is there's a ton of new mechanics. And let me just switch it on over here real quick. If you are listening on the audio side, I'm going to do my best to talk through it so you guys understand what's going on. But a lot of what I'm showing is on the visual side. So feel free to hop over to the YouTube version whenever you can. Today, tomorrow, a year from now, it don't matter. And follow along. But we're on the NostalgixTCG.com webpage. And at the very top of the website, there's a tab that says How to Play. You click on that, it'll bring you to the rules section, how to play the game and the rules. So that's kind of what we're looking at right here. This whole thing has been updated to include Harmonic Surge. Now, a lot of what you're seeing on the screen here is just the basics of the game. A lot of this hasn't changed. The gameplay, in a sense, has not changed at all. It's just there's been new mechanics added. And like this right here, you can see when it says parts of a Nostalgix card, we've got an update because it's showing one of the new Harmonic Surge cards on there because it has armor added to it as well. So we see the new updated infograph here, which really the only update is the armor piece, but it's got Good Dragon on here, which one of my favorite fighters. Let me just put that out there. So that's updated, but kind of just goes through all the same things: spells, prizes, equipments, arenas. We've got the deck layout or the playmat layout and all that. It's all the same. None of this stuff per se really updated. He did put, again, some more infograph type things up here, like some of these cards from Harmonic Surge, Frog of Greed and Unyeet, Laser Barrier mixtape. So just kind of showcasing some base set cards alongside Harmonic Surge cards, which is really cool to see, if I'm being honest. None of this really changed here. We're just kind of going through setting up to play. None of that really changed. Parts of a turn. This all stayed the same too. Parts of a turn detailed. So if you need like more in-depth stuff, here you go. Like I said, this whole page didn't really change a whole lot outside of just adding some Harmonic Surge cards and like infographs and stuff too. But kind of one of the things I kind of wanted to get into was like the keyword glossary. This updated because now it has armor here. So it kind of details what exactly armor is. Fighters and heroes can be given armor or may have an armor stat printed on their card. It kind of just talks about it, Crescendo being another one, and it shows exactly what each of these abilities and such mean. So heal, restore versus whatever it is, gain, life touch, reveal, shocked or shocking. That's a new one as well. So you can see that there's some updates to this, as well as this right here, specialty rules. What if both players win at the same time? If this occurs, you will play a sudden death match. And you might be asking, what is a sudden death match? Well, it's a good thing you asked because it's right here, right below it. A sudden death match is an ordinary game with two key differences. Both players' heroes now start the game with 5 health, and each player starts the game with 2 prize counters instead of the usual 10. So essentially, it's going to be whoever can get going the fastest, which kind of sucks for some decks that are built to last longer in the game, but it gives you another little piece where like you have to include stuff for the beginning of the game or else you're going to lose, right? With sudden death anyway, you're going to lose. But it just kind of, it makes you up your strategy just a little bit more. And I like it. Deck building, all that, it's the same. But then at the very, very bottom, it says advanced rulings and errata. And you can click on this link here and it'll take you to the page. And I actually have that up already right here. So this is like the advanced rulings, erratas and all that. It's an Excel document, but it's fine. I actually like it better this way because it's easier for me to read and understand. But, some of the stuff has already been here since, secret shards, base set, all that, day 0. And we just added to it, with a lot of the questions that have been asked through the rules discussion in the Discord channel. There's been a lot of really, really good questions being brought up about gameplay mechanics and all that. And then, of course, Zaba, just knowing preemptively some of these questions were going to come up, made adjustments to the rulings in the errata here. So card clones, you can see there's only 2 still that really matter. Valentine's Voodoo and Lucky Frog Witch. Now, I've actually never seen Valentine's Voodoo. Maybe I have, and I just don't remember. I think my mouse is dying. This is not good. It's really starting to lag. It basically just says it's a clone of whatever card, but we got some fighter rulings in here. Now, a lot of these are from base set, first edition, all that, but some are from, if it will scroll down far enough, there it goes, for Harmonic Surge. So we've got some stuff for Colossus in here, some new updated stuff for Cocoon and Friend, because Friend has a new card that has slightly different abilities. So we need to know how those work together. All right, come on. This thing is not cooperating with me. All right, well, we might... Okay, there we go. I was going to say, we might not be able to go through all the advanced rulings or whatever, because this thing is not working. I don't know what is going on. This is the one that probably has the most, like, big questions onto it. Some of the spell surprises and equipment rulings. But right here, like, we have the update for Wish Upon a Frog. So it says, technically, if you are somehow able to play this card more than 10 times, you could have more than 10 permanent mana. And I just want to say it is possible. It is possible. And I've already got an idea for a deck I want to try to do this mechanic. Like, the deck is not going to be made to win. It's not going to be made to do anything else except hit Wish Upon a Frog as many times as it possibly can. So stay tuned for that. I may, once I get it up and I get a video kind of going over it, I will likely even include it in the community deck building thing. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. But it is possible. It is possible, and I am going to prove it. So there you go. Moving on, surprise rulings, complete Saving Grace. Saving Grace, by the way, can be used on a token, so a fighter token. I did not know that. I was told otherwise at the very beginning of when I first got Nostalgix, and I kind of just carried that the whole way. But you can use it on tokens. Let me just clarify that. But we've got some good stuff in here for like New Game Plus, since that's a new one, and Mixtape. You may pay 0 mana to counter a 1-cost spell for Mixtape. And other things that are in here, they're probably under miscellaneous rules. Things that have been discussed. Well, there's a lot of things that have been discussed in the rules discussion piece on the Discord that probably haven't just been updated on this yet. Likely will come very soon. But things like, if you play Mixtape and then you play New Game Plus. Oh, actually, it's right here. Now that I'm thinking about it. When New Game Plus is out, it reduces the cost to play a spell or surprise card. However, Mixtape counters a spell that costs X plus 1, where X is the mana you paid to play Mixtape. So which value does Mixtape recognize, the printed card value or the cost paid for the spell? The answer is the cost paid. Using New Game Plus, you can tinker with the cost of spells, and so Mixtape's owner will have to strategically adjust their strategy to pay the right mana value. Interestingly, New Game Plus also makes Mixtape cheaper to play. So whatever value you decide to play on Mixtape, remember that you only need to pay 1 less than that. And also thinking about, or talking about Mixtape and just New Game Plus in general, when you're playing surprises, so with Harmonic Surge, since there's now surprises that cost various amounts of mana, and Mixtape being one where you can pay any amount of mana, when you play a surprise face down, no matter what it is, even if it's a traditional one like Nope or Reverse, Saving Grace, any of those, you have to put a dice or some kind of counter that indicates the amount of mana you're paying on top of the surprise card as it's face down on your deck. So this is kind of where it gets a little bit tricky, but like if you understand it, then it's really not tricky. If I'm playing Nope originally, it costs 3 mana, so I'm going to put 3 on a dice on top of Nope. You're not going to know what it is. I know what it is. Let's say it's Laser Barrier even, since that's a 5 cost mana cost surprise, I'm going to put a 5 with my dice down on top of that surprise when it's face down. With New Game Plus, since everything takes a reduced cost, you're still going to put what the original cost of the card is, but you're only paying the reduced cost. So if I'm playing Laser Barrier, which is a 5 cost surprise, I'm gonna pay 4 mana because I can pay reduced cost from New Game Plus, and I'm gonna put my surprise face down. But I'm gonna still put a 5 on the surprise because it indicates that I paid 5 mana for the surprise. So when I go to activate it, you're not, my opponent or whoever you're playing will be like, oh my gosh, well, you only played 4 mana, but that cost 5. Well, at the time you paid the mana cost, it only cost 4. So to kind of alleviate all that confusion, you're just going to put what the printed cost value is in the dice form on top of your face down surprise, even though you may only paid 4 for that mana or for that surprise. But if that seems a little confusing, make sure, again, just join the Discord. We have some really good discussions in there, and you guys can all message me. Feel free to reach out to me, and I will try to explain all this as much as I can to you in the best way possible. But we got some more rulings down here. Revenge Raider, Broken Amp. This was a new one. Stacking 2 or more of these on one fighter opens up a unique opportunity for massive damage. Each roll of a d10 allows the damage dealt to be doubled. So if you have 2 Broken Amp on a fighter, the numbered damage output could be doubled up to twice. So that's a pretty big equipment piece. You definitely could double up on it. If you see Broken Amp going out, you might want to have something in there to get rid of the equipment or take out whatever it is that's being attached to, because that's big. Flashy Suit. If you saving grace a fighter, does that make it immune to Flashy Suit's ability that lets it block for fighters? No, it can still block. This is a good combo. So essentially what you're doing is you're using saving grace on a fighter that has Flashy Suit. You're saving your whole team for that turn. It's kind of the same if you use saving grace on a taunt fighter, because it can't take damage, but it's also immune to everything. You still have to attack it. So I think that's kind of a good combo right there. It's kind of a one-stop shop to stop an opponent's attack for a turn. But I think saving or Laser Barrier is better. That's just me, though. It has nothing to do with the fact that Valhalla is on the card. It's just, abilities and such. Anyway, moving on. Arena rulings. Not a whole lot. Like New Game Plus and Pure Chaos are the only ones from Harmonic Surge on here. But I highly recommend everybody comes on here and just reads through all these anyway. It's very good to know. Pure Chaos, when Pure Chaos is in play, it reduces all level 1 evolution fighters to 1 mana cost. However, does not count towards Colossus summon condition. Only cards with a printed cost of 1 count towards this. So essentially, if you don't know, Colossus, for the more 1 cost fighters you have out in play, the less mana you have to spend to summon Colossus. And some people were asking about if Pure Chaos, since it reduces the mana cost of level 1 fighters to 1, if that would make them then viable candidates. Like you play Pure Chaos and you play a bunch of fighters for 1 mana, and then, can you use that? But you can't. It has to be the printed cost on the card for fighters. New Game Plus and Mixtape. So we already talked about that one a little bit. New Game Plus and surprises. Oh, this is exactly what I was actually talking about a moment ago. When you place a surprise face down and New Game Plus is in play, you pay 1 less than the cost of the surprise. Please indicate this to your opponent, as it may look odd. For instance, you have a surprise that costs 3 mana. You pay 2 mana and put a 3 on the back of it to indicate the surprise has a printed cost of 3. Similarly, for Mixtape, put the total cost of the surprise, including the 1 less that New Game Plus included, so you know how much it effectively costs for Mixtape's surprise effect. So there you go. That's kind of exactly what I just said, actually. I knew it was in here somewhere. I didn't realize. I thought it was going to be in there. The surprise rulings. Hero, there is no hero rulings outside of Dr. Corvus, actually. But there is a new hero we might have to talk about in just a little bit. We'll save that, though. Miscellaneous, let's see. Armor, I think, is the big one. Spells or surprise damage. Spells and surprise damage hits armor first, unless for some reason we introduce a zap-style surprise. Spell or surprise in the future. So regardless of what you are using, if a fighter has armor and you are playing a spell, you're attacking it directly, whatever the case is, it's always going to hit the armor first. So I think in like the big thing, because I believe this was a question I asked, the whole concept behind it and the whole thought behind it was, in base set, when it was just base set, you could bypass taunt by using spells or just spells or surprises. You could bypass them because it's not direct damage from a fighter to another fighter. So if you had Stumpkin out and your hero had 2 life left, and I had pins and needles or something, not spark bolt, pins and needles, I could hit your hero directly even though you have a taunt fighter out. So this is kind of the same thing here. Like, could you bypass the armor with spell type things? And you can't. You have to. If a fighter has armor on it, you have to remove the armor first. So there you go. I think that is all of the advanced rulings with the update for Harmonic Surge. Again, I would very, very much recommend, if you play or if you're thinking about wanting to play, coming through and reading the advanced ruling errata here, because it is very good to know, very useful to have, and it'll save you a lot of trouble gameplay-wise and deck build-wise. So, next up, we are going to talk about, NGEM. As you can see on the very top, NGEM. I know I'm sick, and everything is, it's hard enunciating right now. I'm very congested too. I know you guys don't really care that much, but it's like I'm getting choked up every time I try to talk. Actually, this is gonna be a good time to take a sip of water. But as you can see on here, this is really cool. I truly think it was a massive update, very underrated, and I'm happy to see that people are using this already a lot. So as you can see on here, there is a Decks tab at the very top. For those who are on the audio only side, we're at play.nostalgixtcg.com. That is how you get to the NGEM website. Or if you just go to the regular Nostalgix webpage, at the very top, there should be an option for NGEM or cards. You click on that, it'll bring you here. But at the very top of this, you have your events, your rankings, your cards. And, we've already kind of looked at a little bit of these before. It's got a new tab now for decks. You click on decks, and it shows you all community decks. And I mean, there's already quite a few decks on here. You can tell this has not even been live for 24 hours yet. And we've already got, 6, 8, 10, 12 decks in here. And I haven't put any of my decks in yet. I know my brother hasn't put any decks in here yet either. So there's going to be a lot more decks going up in this. It's very good to see that the community is very, very interested in doing this. I'm very happy for it. But let's look. Oh, we got Hunter. So Zaba's in here. He made some deck. Let's look at this. Oh, it's the Huntsman starter deck. Mystery of Mako starter deck. So we have a bunch of these starter decks in here. Divine Ruler, Cluster Fox. Upside Drawn. We're going to click on this one because this is one I wanted to look at. And I knew as soon as I saw the title earlier, I was like, I bet you this is his Fantasia Stella deck. And it is. So I want to look at this too because I want to see it. But what's really cool is you name it. So it puts who it's by on here. So when you have to be logged in, change your name. If you don't want to put your actual name on here, you put your username, whatever you want. But you put the title of what the deck is called, Upside Drawn, and then you can put like a little description of the deck here. So he put Draw upside down and control your destiny with a unique take on deck construction and comboing. And then it has on here right below it that it's for league play and combo. Last updated 21 hours ago. So there you go. You can see it has not been 24 hours yet. We've already got some really good decks. But I also want to take a moment to look at this artwork because this is fantastic artwork on here, and I've never seen this before. That's totally Nakira on a beach, not looking like Nakira. Unless I'm wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. Somebody let me know if this is a different fighter, hero, whoever. Let me know. But I am pretty sure that's Nakira. And she looks vastly different. Very good, though. But deck hero, you have Fantasia Stella. And it even tells you right next to the name that it's one card in this deck of Fantasia Stella. You know, it'd be really cool. I'm not complaining at all. This is a phenomenal program. It would be cool, however, to be able to click on the card or hover over it and have it magnified. I think that would be really good. But then here's your main deck. You got your fighters, which has non-fungible Toad, Witchy Longlegs, Tomepire, Grimhold, Cuckoo, and it kind of gives you the printed card or the amounts of each. So like non-fungible Toad has 1, Witchy Longlegs has 2, Tomepire has 2, so on and so forth. Chronocreos, Cuckoo or Chronoku, Afri, Afrita, and Afrith. Slowcrat, and then it gives you the spells, and it kind of breaks everything down. It breaks the whole deck down for you. It's very organized, so it breaks down fighters, spells, surprises, stuff like that. It shows you the amounts, and it gives you the actual picture of what the card is. So if you're trying to build one of these decks, it's making it very easy for you, and I truly am appreciative of that. I think it's really good. You got your surprises and arenas, and then equipment down at the very bottom. And I mean, it's just that simple. It's that simple. I haven't tried doing it myself yet, but I will have to log in at some point and upload my own deck. And maybe I'll do like a little tutorial on how to upload a community deck in a future video. If you guys want to see that, make sure you comment or let me know, reach out to me somehow. I'll probably do it regardless, but if it's something you guys want, let me see. Show me, and I'll show you, I think. It's the sickness going through me right now. I just can't think straight, and I'm sticking to that. So yeah, we got a lot of things on here. Oh, look, you can copy tabletop simulator code. What? Hold on. This may be a game changer. I'm going to have to experiment with this a little bit too. If I can pull this up on Tabletop Simulator and export it and it create the deck for me, that is massive. I'm going to have to play around with that, and then maybe I'll give you guys an update later on. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm very excited, but I'm not going to do it right now. But we're going to keep moving on. There's a lot of good decks in here, man. There's a lot of good decks. Neocode. This is fine. BB. Jacob Jonesy put a pretty good one on here. I think we saw one from Elusive earlier. Brandon C. So we're going to have to really dive through some of these decks and see what they're all about. Dr. Corvus, that's pretty cool. Ooh, we got stacked up on some fighters over here. All right, we got a lot. 29 fighters. That's a lot. It's a very fighter-heavy deck. You get energy drink. Man, this thing is made to just go. Slug them. Right from the get-go. I like it. It's aggressive. All right. But that's the community decks on the NGEM page. I cannot wait to see what all of you guys post on here. I am very likely going to build some of these decks and do some gameplay on them. If that's something you are interested in having me do, then reach out to me again, comment below. Or if there's decks you're seeing in here, like you think Elusive has a really good deck and you just kind of want to see how it works, let me know. And maybe we'll build it, play it out, and go from there. Especially if I can put it on Tabletop Simulator, that is freaking cool. That means that's a whole lot less of work I have to do to build them. But maybe we'll try them out. I think that would be a really cool thing to do, and it'd be a really good way to kind of get the rest of the community engaged. So I'm very much about engaging with you guys and doing things with you because we're all in this together, right? All right. So the final thing that we have on here is we have the Nostalgix TCG chat. I was actually supposed to be on the announcements page up here, but boom. The Atomic Frog, the secret rare card from Harmonic Surge has been revealed, and it is none other than the Atomic Frog. I mean, he looks pretty cool with his little pet otter floating through space. I love it. I think this card is killer. And of course, if you're watching this right now, this isn't the actual card. This is like the advertisement for it. The official card, I don't think has been officially spoiled yet. I don't think the public has seen what the card is. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe somebody's already put it out there, but as soon as it is, I'll include it. If it has been, I'll probably include it in the next Void podcast episode. We'll go through it, but this is just kind of like a little teaser picture image, if you will. And what's cool is we get to see what the Atomic Frog looks like and his cool pet otter. I'm seriously loving the pet otter. But right next to the name right here, you'll see it says 1 out of 600. So this is officially the second hardest card to pull in all of Nostalgix. So the gold cards in base set, you had Golden Lucky Frog, which was 1 out of 777 packs. Zaba's confirmed that for Harmonic Surge, the gold turnip is the exact same pull rate, so 1 out of 777. This Atomic Frog is 1 out of 600. And we will likely see the other odds for cards being put up very shortly. But I think Vargas is like the 1 out of 500. It could be less than that. It could be like 1 out of 200 or something. But I just think it's very cool and interesting that we get to see that the pull ratio is so low. And it's cool because we've only seen 2 of them pulled. So there we go. There's still plenty of them out there for everybody who's got Harmonic Surge packs to go. And maybe we'll get lucky today too. Just a little ode to what we're going to be opening for our pack opening this week. You guys already knew anyway, though. It's Harmonic Surge week. We have to. But yeah, I'm very much excited and looking forward to seeing the rest of the pull rates come out and dissecting them and kind of going from there. But it's really cool to see that there's secret rares being introduced. There's cool concepts. And this card, by the way, is a hero card, the Atomic Frog. And the only other spoiler I'm going to give, because it's already been given, is that it's a card you can put inside of your deck, and it has a printed cost. I'm not going to say more than that. I do know what the card is. It is phenomenal. I very much want this card, but that's all I'm going to say until it's officially revealed. But I want to show you guys that the secret rare has officially been revealed. Really cool. And I just dig the artwork. Tell me that this isn't the Void themed, right? I mean, come on. We're called the Void Podcast, and the Atomic Frog is floating through the void. Come on. Like, this is it. This is our guy. That, I think, concludes, though, this very short episode. We've only been running for about 30 minutes, but we've got the card picks of the week, and then we have the pack of the week I want to show with you guys as well. So in my hand, I have the card pick of the week, and I don't remember what the clues that Pro Decimus gave for the card, but I was very much wrong, and I think everybody else was very much wrong too, because the card pick, boom, is Pelaga. So I had him tell me what the card pick was last night, actually, and to reveal it to me. So I could, since I knew I wasn't going to be able to have him on for it, then I want to show the card still. So Pelaga from base set. This is a day 0 card, but obviously it doesn't matter if it's day 0 or first edition for that card. But that is the card pick of the week. And now I'm going to give you guys the little teaser spoiler of the next card pick of the week. And it's actually really cool because I had this card picked out for the card pick of the week. And I was hoping to have it arrive by today so I could show it off. And it actually arrived just before I sat down to record this. So I'm trying to get it out of this top loader here so I can show it. All right, this card, oh God, it's so beautiful. I love this card so much. It is a Harmonic Surge card. Of course, we had to pick a Harmonic Surge card for the card pick of this week. For next week, I mean. Ooh, how do I describe it? It is menacing. It's beautiful at the same time. And I want to say what it is without giving it away. I'm just going to leave it at that. It's very vague. I'm going to see if anybody knows me and can guess it correctly. So Harmonic Surge card, and it is very menacing looking. Also very beautiful at the same time. And we're going to do that. All right. We are going to end things with our Harmonic Surge pack of the week. Oh, man. Harmonic Surge has been very good to me. Hopefully, it's been very good to you. If you haven't pre-ordered any boxes or if you don't have any boxes left, make sure you go pick some up. There's plenty of them to go around. There's plenty of sellers out there, too, in the community that have them. Let me see how I can... Man, this light is like super bright on it. I don't know why. The contrast is like really weird. All right, we're going to kind of just do it like this. New Game Plus. We got Unyeet. Non-fungible Toad. Man, this light is killing me. I can't turn it down from here either. I got to go around and hit it. Fast Reflexes. Narwhal. There's Jonesy. Shout out to my man Jonesy. He is a phenomenal player, guys. If you have a chance to play him, definitely take him up on the offer. Boomer Base. One of the cards we talked about in the advanced ruling, so very cool to see that. Next track. We got Jazzy Fly. This is actually a really cool card, and my brother utilized very well, I will say that. Pro Decimus has a pretty good deck with it. We got Banana Peel. And Olayip is our non-foil rare. God, I don't like the way that the light is just making it all white, but there you guys go. There is the card pack, or pack of the week, whatever, Harmonic Surge. But that's all we have time for, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys again for hanging out with me. I know this was a very short episode, very brief one. I just didn't know if my medications would kick in and I would be drowsy and like knocked out again. So I wanted to try to do this as fast as I could. So I appreciate you guys. I love every single one of you out there. You guys are a fantastic community, the best community I've ever been in. And I can't wait to see the big and awesome things that we do as a community and Nostalgix does as a TCG. So thank you guys for everything, and we'll see you all in the next episode. See ya.